with Shannon Brand Joseph Icruzata, but you can call me Sir Ponzi.
And I am Ara Blas Marato, but you can call me Teacher Ara.
And we are two of the instructors for P101 Movement Enhancement!
Standing long jump test event. The performer stands with feet several inches apart and toes just back of the takeoff line. The takeoff is made from both feet and the performer jumps forward as far as possible. But during the action of the arms and legs, the feet must not leave the takeoff surface until the jump is made. Rules for standing long jump. 2 successive fair trials, not including fouls, shall be allowed within one testing period. The measurement is made from the takeoff line to the heel of the foot closer to the takeoff line.
Bent knee curl up. The performer lies on her back on a clean floor, mat or turf with her knees bent and feet flat on the floor. The angle at the knees should be less than 90 degrees. The person puts her hands at the back of her head with fingers clasped and places her elbows squarely on the mat, floor, or turf. Her feet are held by her partner in order to keep them in touch with the surface at all times. To perform the test, the performer curls up and brings her head and elbows to her knees. This action constitutes one curl up. The performer returns to the starting position with her elbows on the surface before she curls up again. She should do as many curl-ups as she can, but should stop upon completion of 50 curl-ups. Rules for curl-ups. 1. Only one trial shall be allowed. 2. No resting between curl-ups is permitted. 3. No curl-ups shall be counted in which the performer did not A. Keep her fingers clasped behind her head. B. Bring both elbows forward in starting to curl up without pushing off the floor with an elbow. C. Return to the starting position with elbows flat on the surface before curling up again.
"50 meters sprint or run. First, from a stationary standing position, hands cannot touch the ground, with one foot in front of the other. The front foot must be behind the starting line. Second, once the subject is ready and motionless, the starter gives the instructions, set, then go. Third, the tester should provide hints for maximizing speed, such as keeping low and driving hard with the arms and legs. The participant should be encouraged to not slow down before crossing the finish line. Set, go! Pull-ups. First, at the start, the student assumes position on the bar with overhand grasp, palm facing away from the body. He raises his body by his arms until his chin is over the bar without touching it. Second, he lowers his body to a full hang as in the starting position. This exercise is repeated as many times as possible. Shuttle run. First, set up 2 lines of cones 30 feet apart or use line markings. Place the wooden blocks behind one of the lines. Second, the performer starts from behind the other line. On the signal "Ready, go!", the performer runs to the opposite line, picks up the wooden block and runs back to the starting line. Places the wooden block behind the line. Fourth, the performer then runs back and picks up the second block across the starting line.
Trunk flexion test or sit and reach. The performer should sit on the floor. Astride the meter stick on the floor with legs extended and the heels about 30 centimeters apart. Securely braced against the toes of a body as standing astride the stick with toes directly in line with the 50 centimeter mark. The performer hooks her thumbs together and points her extended fingers forward on the floor and slowly reaches with both hands forward as far as possible. Her fingertips should touch the meter stick and she should be able to hold the position while the distance reached is noted. Only 2 trials shall be allowed, unless, for some reasons, the tester believes that the performer has not had a fair opportunity to perform. The performer should not attempt to add length by bouncing or jerking forward. 3-minute step test. Full foot step up on the staircase with full body leaning from the ankles. First foot up, the other foot up, first foot down, the other foot down. This must be done in 3 minutes of continuous stepping. Afterwards, sit down immediately for the 1-minute pulse count.
So that ends for today's activity. So those were the physical fitness test routines.
And don't forget to fill out the physical fitness forms on your module. And this has been
Your Sir Bonsi.
and your teacher Ara.
And always remember, safety first.